I have lots of books, but I bought this book. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mansi. Today in this video we are going to talk about which type of books we should read, because there are so many people. So which type of books beginners should read. So in this video we'll get to know which type of books we should read if we are beginners. So this is very confusing, which type of content on which type of books we should read to improve ourselves. So I have lots of books. So I will tell you which type of books we should read to improve ourselves. So I will provide you three different type of category, like for those people who can't read, who don't know how to read books. Don't mind please, because there are so many people they don't know how to read books. Okay, and for those people who can read easily, who can read in broken English also, but they don't know how to understand that word. Okay, so they can't translate that sentence into their mother tongue. So for those people also, they can't understand what is written here. And for those who can read easily, who can understand easily, so I'm going to provide you three type of category, which type of books you should read. We all are same, we all are learner, and we all are beginners also, and we are learning this language. This is not our mother tongue and this is not our native language, and we are trying to learn some other language. So don't compare yourself with other person, don't judge yourself, and don't criticize yourself first of all. Okay, then you can learn easily. If you are thinking about other person, that person is very good, okay, that person can read properly, that person can speak easily, and that person can express their views easily. Don't think about other person, just think about yourself. I have to read, I have to speak, I have to understand. Okay, three things are very important to be good at English. Which are these things? Like reading, listening, and speaking. Yes, obviously speaking, because we want to speak this language. But friend, only reading will not help you to be good at English. Why? Because if you are reading something, okay, if you are reading any book, you are not going to speak that, because most of the people what they do, they don't read any book out loud. Okay, so this is a problem. Only reading books, only reading English content, reading anything in English will not going to help you to be fluent in this language. You can't learn how to speak by reading books, by reading something in English. Okay, so to be fluent in this language, to know how to speak in this language, English language, you have to listen more. You have to listen more English. Every day you have to listen more English. Make your plan like 10 to 20 minutes you have to listen English only. Okay, by listening, what will happen? You can understand what they are saying. If you don't understand what other person is saying, then how can you reply that person? Okay, so understanding is very important. So how you can improve your understanding level? By listening English. If you are listening English content or English movie, if you are watching English movies, if we are watching English movie, obviously we are listening also. So if you are listening any type of content in English language, then you can understand easily. Try to listen anything by watching English podcast, by watching English interviews, then try to listen. Don't listen only audio. Audio is not going to help you to understand properly. If you are watching something and you are listening also, then you can understand easily what they are saying, what they are talking about. Okay, then you can feel what they are saying, what they are expressing about their self. So listening is very important to understand easily, to reply easily. Okay, if you are listening something and you can understand easily, then you can answer that easily. So in this language, whenever you are going to talk with someone, you have to answer that person. So how will you answer that person if you are not getting anything? Okay, so understanding is also very important to reply other person. So try to listen more content in English language, try to watch English podcasts, try to watch English movies. Which type of movies you should watch to improve yourself to be fluent in this language? So in other video I will definitely tell you which type of movies you should watch. So listening is very important. Listening plays a very big role to understand, to be fluent. Because if I'm talking with somebody, okay, and someone is saying something but I'm not getting what that person is saying, then how can I reply that person? So I have to listen carefully, I have to understand carefully, then I can reply of any question. So understanding and listening, it should be clear, then you can reply easily. Okay, and speaking, after listening that podcast or any movie, you will get so many things, so many vocab, so many grammar rules and so many new words, and try to note down in your notebook. Okay, try to note down in your notebook, and after watching that, after listening that, try to speak out loud again and again until you learn that word. Okay, so it will going to help you to improve yourself to be good at in this language. So this is the best way to be good in this language. And now I'm going to talk about reading section, how you can read and which type of books you should read. If you are beginner, you don't know how to read book, how you can't read book properly, okay, for those I'm going to tell you some kids books. Which kids books? I'm not telling you like waste money by purchasing new books and go to shop and purchase some material. No, I'm not telling you. You must have some kids, your siblings or your relatives, so they also have some books, their school books. So take some books, pick some books from primary school, like English book or science books, first to fifth. I'm talking about only first to fifth class. Pick any books from any class. Like I have my son books. These are two books. I have my son's books. So this is Marigold and another one is Looking Around. So these are also best to improve your English, because you are beginner, like you don't know how to read books. Okay, if you don't know how to read books, how to read any sentence, then you can read these type of books. These are very important to improve yourself. You can learn so many things because they use proper grammar, proper preposition, at, on, this, that, these, those, okay, behind, inside. So these are very helpful books if you want to learn so many things, because grammar is a structure of any language. So if you want to learn any language, so grammar part is very important. Grammar plays a very important role to be fluent in this language. Because what happens if any sentence is written here, okay, in this sentence you may have to use in, and we are using at or on. So meaning will be changed by using wrong preposition. So we should know which preposition we have to write here. So we should know all these grammar, important grammar. I'm not saying try to read all grammar, just important grammar you have to read to improve yourself. So English books and science books, primary books like first to fifth, kids books are very helpful to improve yourself. So try to read these books, and you can read them at a free of cost. You can take any children's book and try to read for 15 minutes. Make your goal like you have to read English book or any book in English for 15 minutes or 20 minutes every day. Then you will see lots of changes inside of you. So try to read schools books, kids school books, okay. And next things, those who can read books easily, okay, so there are so many people, they can read books easily, but they can't understand that what is written here. It's happened with so many people also, it's happened sometime. So for those who can read easily but they can't understand, why they are not getting anything from that sentence, because their grammar is not clear, okay, they don't know which sentence is written here, what is that meaning, this is from past tense or this is from any modal, this is from active voice and passive voice. So they don't know. So that's why they are not able to understand easily. So if you are that type of person, you can read but you can't understand, so try to read some stories, kids stories, like Panchatantra stories are best to understand easily, because some stories we know already in Hindi, we knows lots of stories in Hindi. So try to read those stories in English also, then you can understand easily. Then you can understand, oh, how to write this sentence in English. Then you can learn so many things. So try to read some Panchatantra stories or some kids stories, like I have so this is very best and very good book. So this is from Sudha Murthy's book. So this is best for beginners who can't understand easily. So in these books 90s stories are available, so you can learn so many things from this book also. So if you are reading any kids books or any stories books, then you will not feel bored. You will never feel bored, because your interest will be increased by reading that story, because something happening in this story, so you will get interested. Oh, what happened next, what happened next? So your interested will be increased by reading that book. So try to read kids stories or Panchatantra stories. Okay, so this is the best way to improve yourself. Then you will get to know where we have to use was, where we have to use have, where we have to use have been, where we have to use have been, being. So you will get to know so many things by reading kids books or stories. Okay, so now for those people who can read properly, who can understand properly like me, but what happened with us, so many difficult and so many advanced words come in sentence and we stuck because of that particular word, difficult and very advanced word. So we don't know that meaning, that word's meaning, then we stuck. We know what sentence is written here. So many books, they provide some difficult words and some difficult vocab. So when we stuck, then we stuck how to understand that whole sentence because of that particular word. For those people, for like me, we have to read some biographies books, like Mahatma Gandhi's biographies, or any person which you love most. Like you can read any celebrities biography, you can read any freedom fighters biography, and you can read some social workers biographies. So these books are very best to improve ourselves, because we know most of the thing about our freedom fighters or about celebrities. So we can read some biographies books, we can learn so many things. And advanced books, like I have this book, so this is also very good. And in this book they are using lots of difficult words, so I am learning lots of things from that book also. So these type of books are very helpful to understand easily, because in biographies they use very difficult word also. So in biography or in advanced stories books, we can learn so many things. If we are trying to read some freedom fighters books, so we can learn so many difficult words, long words in freedom fighters books, social workers books. So these are also very important books. I'm not saying like go to any shop and purchase some material for reading. No, start opening your Google, okay, and search any article and search any book. You can get so many PDF on Google, so you can download any PDF according to your choice and start reading that PDF. You don't need to purchase any book. Okay, I never purchase any book, but yeah, I have few books. We can do these things to improve ourselves by reading biographies of any ideal which we love the most. So we can choose any ideal and any ideal's biography and start reading that, and you can learn so many difficult words. And next, what you can do, try to read some newspaper, because by reading newspaper you can build your vocab's power, you can build your word collection. So by reading newspaper we can learn so many difficult and long words by reading newspaper. So reading newspaper is also very good option to increase our word collection, to increase our vocabs collection. So these are very helpful ideas to improve ourselves in reading section. So reading is also very important to learn thing. Reading is not going to help you to speak English. Okay, remember this thing. Reading a newspaper or reading books or reading anything in this language is not going to help you to speak in this language, to be fluent in this language. You have to speak out, you have to listen more, then you can speak English. Only reading books is not going to help you to be fluent in this language. I'm saying it again and again. You can read according to your choice, but speaking English is also very important to be fluent in this language. Without speaking, you can't be able to speak any single word in this language. So I hope this video will help you a lot. I hope you are getting what I'm trying to say. Try to use these ideas to be good at English. So I hope this will help you a lot. So that's all for today's video. If you really like this video, then like, share and please subscribe to the channel. See you in the next one. Till then, bye bye.